Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Minecraft Resonant Rise. I'm Kieran Dave, creator of the Resonant Rise mod pack, and I'm here to do some stuff today. Yay, some stuff. If you recall last time, I don't know how many days it'll be in between episodes. Well, let me just turn that off there. It's a little ugly. I was just making sure that things were really as bad as I thought. Anyways, I made my liquid storage room, and I've been working on it just a little bit, right, in between episodes, just to, sort of get things done, and I've gotten a whole bunch of great stuff going on. I actually went into my, oops, sorry, we cut a new release of the mod pack, just a bug fix thing, nothing too serious. Oh, and by the way, admin mode off, was just making sure that my release was good, because we actually, getting ahead of myself, we actually went and did some, another release between these last two episodes just to fix some bugs. OpenBlocks had a bug with its graves, and Dynamic Liquid Tanks, another mod that we had a few bugs as well. And afterwards I came on and I was testing and I was doing all sorts of stuff, and let me just hide these. And I actually finished out my, well, at least moved out a little bit more of my magic room, and I plonked down my wand, and lo and behold, Treasure 3 charging 1. So I'm pretty happy with that outcome, because this wand was actually, you saw last episode, about half broken, and I broke it more finishing off this room. I just kind of, not quite done here yet. I guess I missed a few spots. But, I kind of broke it on I kind of did it on a lark, because I had like 40 some odd experience, and I didn't realize how great it would actually be. Anyways, so things are coming along nicely in the base. The liquid storage room, I did a whole bunch of stuff. I did some other digging, including this mysterious room and this mysterious room. And managed to get my lava supply working, you may have noticed, because I've got this over here, here, a nice firm 864 buckets of lava. Nice. Nothing in here yet, though. I don't know what I'm going to do about it, because here's the thing. I dug these pits and I realized something. Logistics pipes doesn't work properly with RailCraft tanks. I don't know if it's RailCraft's bug or logistics pipes bug. It's hard to say. Oh, woe is me, though. How difficult is my life? But it's not a big deal, because we can fix it. We can definitely fix it. So I've got a couple things I'd like to get done today. The first thing I'd like to do, besides also show you the one other area I dug out with my trusty hammer down here, I think that we can definitely do some stuff. This is the top of my room, but this is below my workshop, and you'll see why I want to be down here in just a moment. But in the meantime, what I'd like to do is actually do a little bit of work. Well, there's a couple things. We got this lava. Now, this lava won't work with logistics pipes. And you're saying, wait a second, Dave, it's a liquid, so obviously it's not going to work with logistics pipes. What are you even thinking? Well, logistics pipes has liquid support. But it's a little bit of a challenge, because it's not going to connect to logistics pipes. So I'm going to have to think of something, and I'm a little sad about it, because the truth is that I sort of want to show you guys how the liquid support works, and then we can worry about it. So my first thought was, well, I've got room for 2 more tanks here, but I realized I kind of made this room too small and didn't really think about it. I was sort of digging it on the fly while talking to y'all, and I didn't really do a great job of laying out the room. So we got this room where, well, we'd really like to have a tank here for something, but it would kind of block the entrance. It'd look a little bit awkward. It wouldn't be the end of the world, but it wouldn't be great either. And what I really like to do is put a bunch of creosote oil in one of these, and probably honey in another. So let's see if we can make that happen. Now, one mod I'd like to show you is, and this is, as you can see, I just logged in. There's a little bug there. One mod I'd like to show you is a mod that recently got added, and it had a few bugs, but, we'll deal with those. Let's see, so Open Blocks. This is a pretty exciting mod. It's done by the same guy who's doing a bunch of other stuff, and you saw it last time. I did some things with his elevators, which are great, right? And he keeps adding things. He's got this building guide, which is super cool. We'll use that later. The jaded ladder, made for, I guess, jaded, which is a trapdoor combination ladder, which is really useful. Light boxes, other things. But what we're interested in is these tanks. There's a hang glider now. Man, the guy, oh, man, he updates fast. These tanks are pretty cheap. So part of my digging, I also went down, and I actually didn't go down. I used some of the lava here to make some obsidian, which is no problem. I got a stack of it, which we'll grab. I also need some glass. And I'm going to show you these tanks, because these tanks are awesome, right? What we actually need is not so much glass as glass panes. Now, I think I tossed my Darkcraft thing in here. Yeah, I did. I had a creeper, a little bit of setback, the kind of thing that just makes you furious. I had a creeper leap in here, and in the process, he sort of gave me its trouble. Now, this is one of those things where you hit sort, and something seems to vanish, and you're like, where did it go? Clipboard. I know it's in here. I just can't see it. There it is. It's just one of those things of like temporary blindness. Funny stuff. Okay, there we go. See, I've learned. I've learned how to do that. No longer am I the little nooblet video maker. Okay, as you can see, we still got some stuff in here for making tanks. We're doing pretty good. I did manage to do a little bit of mining between episodes. Not much, but I did manage to get a bunch of iron. And it doesn't take much. So let's grab a full stack of this, right? And now let's make some of these tanks. Now, it's really easy. I can remember the episode offhand, right? This makes a tank. So let's just go ahead and balance those. Get this in here and balance these. This is easier. And now, let's see, we need, well, how many do we need? How many do we need? We've got 1, 2, 3, so 18 blocks. Let's just do one first. 18 blocks. Whoop. So what happens every time I reinstall? It resets my controls. So let me just change this. This is what last time I cut about. We don't care about site inventory. What we do care about is that we don't want, well, actually, it's this one is the only real problem. So my REA minimap changes. So sometimes you'll see me cut, and it's because I forget I have to do this every time. Now, that won't be that way forever. I don't use any of these. That won't be that way forever, just so you know. We will eventually fix it. We're waiting on a feature from the AT launcher to get done just right. So let's make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, let's start there. And that's just the bottom layer. These are so cool. Check this out. 1, 2, 2, 3, connected. Now, I can't click these and get any actual results back, so don't expect me to be doing that, right? But these are a tank, and they form a tank. So we can actually connect things to these. Let's get down here, right? Now, each one of these, it takes about 16 blocks. So the first thing I'm going to do, we have this tank, and I can make the rest in a minute or two. Let's finish it off. So we have enough to make 7 more. Ooh, boy. That's tough. Do I have a little bit more? I do have a little bit more. I'm not sure I have enough. I may have to go make some more. Let's see. We need enough to make 9 more. Oh, we're 1 short. Oh, well. We'll get to that in a little bit. I can take care of that. This actually will be plenty for now, I think. So what we'd like to do is get support for our logistics system, our logistics pipes, to get the creosote out of this. Right? I'd like to get the creosote and the actual, I'd like to get the coal coke out. And eventually probably just have it maybe just slowly cook off wood into I guess, maybe wood into charcoal, or maybe we could just constantly have coal. I don't know. Or maybe cook charcoal coke. There's all sorts of things we could do, and they do in fact yield coke. So let me, why don't we get started? So what we're gonna need is a few. By the way, Creeper got in here, blew up this thing. That's what I was saying. So what we'd like to do is make a liquid logistics pipe. Well, let's see, liquid. Here we go. You see them all right here. So you can see there's a whole bunch of different pipes. Well, one thing we're interested in is the extractor pipe. This is a piece of wooden waterproof pipe and a logistics liquid insertion pipe. A logistics insertion pipe is just some basic pipes with bottles. Okay, and then the basic pipe is a pipe, a bucket, and waterproofing. So let's see if we can make a few of these. We don't necessarily want to make them all, but let's make, we at least need 1 to sink creosote oil, right? And we need, well, we probably need, let's say 4 basic liquid pipes. So what we need for that is pipe waterproofing, basic logistics pipe, and a bucket. So let's get 4 buckets. I think I actually have like 10 sitting around in here. It's pretty intense. Got 4 buckets. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's not in here. Yes, I've been centrifuging all sorts of things, and lo and behold, I have all this stuff, which you can actually, just as beeswax from forestry, crafts so elegantly into pipe waterproofing. Hooray, right? Easy enough. So now let's go ahead, hop in the crafting table, dump all this out for now. We can get to that later. And let's see, so we want a basic logistics pipe. Well, let's get just all of them in here. We'll have to make some more soon, huh? Fortunately, they aren't too expensive. So that should be exactly 4. Right. All right, so we have these logistics basic liquid pipes. Let me get, I think I tossed a pickaxe in here. Yeah, my steel pickaxe you saw from last episode. And let's go ahead and just, let's just dig these out for just a sec. No harm, no foul. Right. So this is our main logistics pipeline. So what we're going to want to do is, this is where the liquid stuff is going to come in. And since we're going to have a junction right here, we're going to need to add a logistics pipe. Remember, every logistics pipe needs a junction. You're like, Dave, but there is no junction. Not so fast. There will be in just a moment. And we can also sort of dig through here, and this is where we'll run our lines for our other stuff, right? So we'll have stuff running off. We'll actually just tear up the floor here for a second. I made it to look pretty and to show you what I was up to and to show you that I had a wand of, wand of repair. We'll do this for now. And, well, we can also, we'll dig up the floor in a sec when we need to get there. Let's see. Now, the creeper that came in here and blew up one of my chests probably killed all my stone pipes. This chest blew up. Yes, I'm afraid so. No problem, though, because we can definitely get some stone pipes. So, folks, well, you know what? Actually, no. Stick with me, folks. Stick with me. Normally, I'd cut away here, but there's actually a couple of interesting things that are about to happen. Yours truly doesn't want you to miss even a moment. So let's just go ahead and make some smooth stone pipes. Right? Just some stone transport pipes. While I'm doing this, I gotta say, by the way, I have been loving logistics pipes. I don't miss applied energistics at all. Applied energistics is great. Applied energistics is great. I don't want to be seen as saying anything bad about applied energistics, but I really have been loving this. Okay, logistics basic well, you know what? Right there, just for pretty. Right. So here we go. This will be our tank for creosote oil. Right? Easy enough, I think. And we'll have to see how badly broken RailCraft is. I would love to be able to run a pipe here and pipe things in, but can't get distracted. Dave, focus. Let's go ahead and make this work with creosote oil. Now, ethanol, we just have to pick out of this. Oh, you know what? Actually, you can pick like that. Whoop. But you can also hop over here, hop, and you can grab a I think you can grab a bottle of fluid or a bucket of fluid, and then you can actually use that to set the target. So let's do that in this case, right? Because, I mean, geez, who has time? Yeah, there we go, creosote oil. Now, we have a little line running out there. So now what's going to happen is this system is going to try and basically fill this tank up with creosote oil. Now, what we also need in this case is a provider pipe. Now, we'll get to that in a sec because there's a couple things that actually need to happen first, I think. But what we definitely want to do is get the creosote oil out of this guy over here, right? So that we can successfully fill that lower tank. And, you know, there's 16 per tank. This guy only has 64, so he's only got, you know, he's not even halfway filling up the other tank. And so let's go like this. We should be able to break right, whoa, ouch, right down here. And we should just be able to run a pipe right there. Now, what we're going to need, I don't know if I have what we need, is we need a liquid, like I showed you, extractor pipe, right? Liquid extractor pipe. Okay, for this we need a little bit of wooden waterproof pipe. So we need a little bit more pipe waterproofing, and I'm not, you know, wouldn't you know it, not carrying any wood. But we can make that pretty simply. Let's just hop up here. No more green grass back here, sorry. I may paint the floor green, but thinking about it. Been thinking about it. So we need some wood for a wooden extractor pipe. Yep. Birch wood. Hate to use you this way. You are a pretty wood, but you know, whatevs. The progress industry demands sacrifice, right? Industry demands sacrifice. Okay, and then we need one of these to be a wooden extractor pipe. And then, so for this, we need this. We need a basic, or no, we need an insertion pipe, which is a basic surrounded by 4 glass bottles. We can make 4 glass bottles by making 2 groups of 3 glass bottles right here. So let's toss those down. And now it should be just a simple matter of asking NEI to do our work for us. Dear NEI, please do my work for me. Thank you. Wow, that's an interesting rendering glitch. Okay, let's go ahead and dump that all out. Gosh, that's weird looking. wonder why that's happening. Oh well. And now we can do this, right? And boom. Fascinating rendering glitch, but it doesn't matter because now we have this logistics liquid extractor pipe. This thing is so freaking cool. So freaking cool. Right? Check this out. So now, all we have to do is put this right here. And now remember, we're about to have a junction. So we're going to use our last basic logistics pipe right here. Right? And we're going to toss this down. Well, you know, actually, yeah, we're going to go like this. I don't necessarily want to kill this floor, rather this junction right here. So let's go ahead and grab our trusty steel pickaxe, which, gosh, is so weak. And let's just go ahead and move this here, right? Isn't a problem. We can do what we want. We're adults here. And boom. There we go. Oh, what's happening? Already it goes. Already it's going. Let's see if we can go and see what's going on. It went so fast. And as you can see, our creosote, our creosote oil is draining quickly. And we're seeing this tank begin to fill up. Oh, how cool is this, right? And boop, another thing comes in. Now note that it's using item pipes. So we've got this nice little system here that's using item pipes to actually move liquids. And as you can see, we're getting further and further. Slowly this thing's filling up. It will not fill up all the way. So that's, I think, really awesome. This is like the best possible way that things could work for this tank. We're just automatically getting things out of the coke oven and tossed into this tank, no problem. So what we'd like to do is we'd like to actually go ahead and finish this up. So let me go make some more obsidian off camera. It's a boring process the way I'm doing it. It'll take me a few minutes. And I will finish up this tank, and I will also lay down this tank. And I will make a few more basic logistic pipes by running over here. And as you recall, a lot of important stuff is in here, including our diamond pipes, which, you know, basically all we have to do is toss in the appropriate materials. You know what? It's a cobblestone? That's the only thing I'm missing, huh? And a gold gear. But we'll figure that out. We got plenty of stuff, and we will get there. So I'm going to go make some more basic logistics pipes, because obviously we need them. Probably another batch of 2. And this is going to keep filling up. We'll have this filled up, and then you can come back and we'll work on actually providing. And I'm going to try and figure out how to get this to work properly for this build. So I'll probably have a little bit of off-camera time just kind of working that. And I'll see if I can clean things up a little bit. So folks, I'll be right back and we can get back to work. So just give me a moment to get my objects in order. God, that's so cool. Look at it. And we don't have to run a special dedicated liquid network. Oh, man, it's great. Okay, folks, so here we go. What we got here is a situation where we could definitely get some lava into this guy. Now, it would be pretty easy, actually, to run a little pipe over here. And that would kind of be not the point. The point of this is just to demonstrate this to you. Like I said, temporary build. I am aware that my ender tank is right there, and I could just run a pipe to it. This here is to show you. And I'll probably leave it this way just to make a point of it. And also because, I mean, why not? Now, before we get started, let me just grab a chest from my Thaumcraft research pool of chests. Oh no, did that get blown up? Oh, it did. That is not awesome. Not awesome at all. Let's, we just need 2 of these. And we can make a chest really fast. Oh, here I go. I skipped the boring part of grabbing water, but then I make me watch a chest. Do you know the chest? But watch. RailCraft to the rescue. Things that RailCraft does not do wrong. That. Oh no! I'm stuck forever. Sorry, everybody. This is the end of the series. Let's see. Let's go ahead and grab this. Just grab some cobblestone. Nerd pull up. And see you. Goodbye forever, Cobblestone. Don't want you. I need to do something about my mobility. You know, it's starting to get a little bit silly. Okay, so what we'd like to do is run a stone pipe here, and now finally, and you'll note, by the way, that I did, in fact, put a logistics pipe right there, because I knew it would be an intersection. Always remember to do that. So now what we need to do is make this logistics fluid supplier. So first, to make that, we need to make a logistics basic pipe. So let's go ahead and make that. I think we have enough buckets on hand to handle this. So fluid supplier, we need this. We can do this just in one shot. Let's just make, so we're going to be making a few more. Let's go ahead and do that. And 2, 3, 4, 5. I know I will need 5. Trust me. And we'll take one of these and we'll turn it into a fluid supplier. Put up. Right. Great. Now, when we toss this on here, it syncs up to the network, and now we tell it that we would like it to supply. So here's the deal. We need to tell it what type of liquid to supply. The most basic types are water and lava, so those are first up. And now we told it we want lava. We need to tell it how much. Now, what we'd like to do is keep it with at least 1,000, well, let's say at least 3,000, right? Now, normally, we don't talk about partial requests because, now I hope that this is working. Like, this really should work, right? Right? It should work. I wonder if this RailCraft issue is still bugging us. This is supposed to provide lava, right? Okay, well, let's go ahead and use one of these trusty BuildCraft tanks. I don't have a liquid request pipe to check what's in the network, so that's kind of annoying. But let's go ahead and do this, just to prove the point. And now we have one of these. Let's toss it in here. And the system should recognize that it has lava now. Does it understand? It does. I wonder if it doesn't understand it. So let's just break this for just a sec. Oh boy. This is so annoying. Just go ahead and nerd pull up. Get our liquid provider pipe. That's obviously turned back on. And now we can I'll just grab one of these and this, and now it should know, right? So now this guy should be receiving lava, right? Partial requests, they're allowed. And let's just make it 1,000. Because we know we only have 1,000 lava. Well, let's add a few more. Right. I wonder what the deal is here. It's definitely supposed to work. I think I even saw Direwolf doing this. So, folks, I'm going to figure this out really quick. Hold on. Okay, folks, I did some testing. For some reason, this specific machine is bugged, so I just ran the pipe as we discussed. But don't worry, we'll get a use for this episode. And so I'm just going to go. Okay. Well, so let me get to the reason for the season. Why do we make that? Why do we make that lava accessible? Well, this little wind farm here is a champ. It tries really hard. But the reality is that it's probably just not going to cut it for our purposes. So my plan is to leave it running, leave these heat gens here even. But what we're going to do is use Magmatic Engines from thermal expansion and the lava we've been collecting to actually supplement our power. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, it won't be perfect to start, but it should be pretty good. Now, in order to make Magmatic Engines, what we need to do is make a few more temporary machines. Right? Here we go, Magmatic Engines. We're going to need specifically some Invar. In fact, a fair sum of it, right? And Invar is made, the easiest way to make it is to make the blend, which you can actually make by mixing things up if you have iron dust, pulverized ferrous metal, and iron dust. Alternatively, well, I mean, that's actually the easiest way. So we're going to go ahead and do that. You can actually make it a couple other ways too, but it depends on your mod pack. So let's go ahead, and what we want to do is go ahead and make the iron dust. Now, this system is configured to automatically output back to the network, so we're not going to let it do that. But we're going to turn off the downwards extraction, which is actually how it figures things out. We'll have to remember to turn that back on. And what we're going to do is toss in, you know what, just a whole bunch. We're also going to need to go ahead and grab some ferrous metal from our ferrous metal supplies and get this done. Now, I have shown you the recipe for the magmatic engines. And most of what's going to happen now is me waiting for this to pulverize and then re-smelting things. I'm going to do that off camera. I'm going to make a few magmatic engines, and I'm going to set them down. And just a couple other components. As I have been trying lately, this new format of sort of doing a lot of the crafting off camera so you can see the progress, that's what I'm going to try doing. So I'm going to go and take care of that and then get back to you as soon as I have those engines plonked down and a piece of pipe run. And I'll show you exactly what this is all for. I'll remind you what it's all about. So let me get back to crafting, folks, and I'll be done in just a sec. Oh, and just one other clarification. I was wrong. These do work, these tanks. Thank goodness for me. These tanks do in fact work. You just need to make sure that you have the valve in the right place. So for example, this tank is incorrectly made. This valve here could never possibly work, right? What we need to do is actually put the valve at the lowest level, which is kind of a rookie mistake, but then kind of, to be honest, like, I don't know, it seems like kind of a silly restriction to me. I understand there's realism, etc., simulation. It just seems a little silly. But, you know, whatever. As long as it works, I'm happy. And I still am glad that I have these tanks over here. I need tanks for 4 liquids. And this I just don't need that much creosote oil. So this will be fantastic, right? And, yeah, we'll make this all work. So, folks, oh no, I'll get to crafting, and I'll be right back. Okay, folks, so I've managed to put together 4 of these engines, these Invar monstrosities, eating into my iron supply perilously. And, well, yeah, so, and I also did a little bit of extra digging because it's time to run some pipes over there. So let's go ahead and get that done real quick. We should just be able to grab some of our basic logistics pipes right here. Oh, it looks like we're out of stone ones. So let's see. Do we have any stone on hand? We don't. Let's go grab those really quick. And so the goal here is to actually fill these guys up such that, we should be good, such that we can keep these engines running when we feel like. So let me just grab the stone I need. And that should be plenty, more than enough, really. And make just a little bit of this stuff. Toss this in here. Let's just get a bunch. Okay, so now let's go ahead, lay down our first junction. So, right, replace this piece of gold pipe, get back the precious gold pipe. Can we get back up in here? Oh, no, not from that side. Let's go ahead and place the pipe. There we go. Now our network is rebridged. And now we should just be able to hop in here and lay the pipe behind us. So let's go dunk, dump, bump, bump, bump. Oh, didn't quite get it. Now, let's leave it like that for just a sec, because we don't want to necessarily make intersections. What we'd like to do here is we'd like to place down, we'd like to make 4 of those liquid supplier pipes, and I did test these in a different world. So let's go get into our clipboard mode, and let's go ahead and look at supplier pipe. It would help if I could spell. There we go. Liquid supplier, fluid supplier. Now I think we have what we need here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, my precious gold supply. Brutal, brutal. So for each one of these, we can just put these down. 1 here. 1 here. Connect that with stone pipe. Let's see if we can get over this. Ugh. Rawr. Rawr. Can't quite get out. Let's just get rid of these. They're just for fanciness anyways. Whoa, no. Just for fanciness anyways. Well, let's go ahead and put that there for now. That'll let me get out. There we go. Oh my gosh, the little things we put up with. Okay. And finally, we put one under there. Now, we just need to, I guess, put a basic logistics pipe. Unfortunately, this design mandates that we put one there. And we're missing a pipe, but don't worry, that'll fix itself soon. Finally, we just need to connect, oh no, that one there. And, you know, just for looks, we'll put that one there. It's actually not necessary at all, but I think it looks good. Let's not fall down that little trap there. That'll be a pain to get out of. Let's put that right there. And while we're at it, let's just fix this. So it's not quite so ugly. We have a few of these on hand for just such a reason. Some of you might have seen my inventory and gotten suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Be trusting. Soon all will be revealed. Now, these guys, first let's adjust these guys to only be on if they receive a redstone signal. We don't want them to waste magma just trawling the ether, just sending off their power to nothing, right? But we would like them to actually draw power, or draw lava when they need it. Now, next up, let's go ahead and grab our Omni wrench, trusty wrench. You notice I've stopped using the Darkcraft wrench, just too buggy to be honest. Hopefully, Dart will get it going. We want to keep water in here, and let's keep at least one bucket for now. Oh, already you saw that little sparkles? We're already working on getting it. Ta-da! Told you, I tested it. It works just great. And we don't necessarily need partial requests. That'll just make everything way too slow. We'll just let it burn one bucket, and then it'll briefly go off while things shoot over here. The path is not very long, so I don't think it'll be much of a problem. There we go. One bucket of... Ooh. Yes. Perfect. So now, these engines, our logistics system, will keep these stocked. It will do everything it can to keep these stocked. And that's fantastic. Right? That's just perfect. Because now these guys can just run. They'll get their buckets of lava soon enough. Yep, there we go. Like, I think they do it faster. My client's actually this thing that's slow to detect. Now, I also grabbed some of these. So let's go ahead and lay out the control circuitry for it, just real fast. And we put one here. And we put one here. And just once again, for beauty. Well, I don't know if it's actually beautiful. It's kind of questionable, really. And we'll put this right here, and then finally we'll just go ahead and break. Well, no, break this. Break this. And yeah, this should be great. We'll put this right here. Well, no, we'll put it right here. I changed my mind, world. I changed my mind. And now, if we just go ahead, grab this lever, one of these levers, and put them right here, now we can turn on these engines on a whim. And boom, they turn on. And we can't see all of them, but they turn on and they do their thing. And that will boost the power output from here. Now, the power output from here, where is it going? Let's go ahead and dig a little tunnel here. Right to here. This won't be too pretty to start, but you know what? This is a pretty long episode. I'll pretty this up a little bit more at some point in the future, but I'm not too concerned about it right now. I mean, we're doing okay so far in the prettiness factor. It's kind of a hideous build, but you know, whatevs. Now this will go here. This goes here, and then we got to go 1, 2, 3. Right? Now you're probably wondering, what the heck is that? What does that even mean? Why would you do that? What value does that add to the world? Well, let me show you. Put them here. Look at this, an assembly table and 3 lasers. Yes, I burnt a bunch of my diamonds to make an assembly table, which nope, doesn't block the light. 3 lasers. 3 lasers. Hooray. That's 3 lasers. Now we can make all sorts of things that we've been waiting for. For example, we don't have to spend quite so much money on all of our iron gears. Now we can just ask to go ahead and make one of these. And these guys will begin to warm up. And I actually think that they can run it. They probably can't run at full power on their own. We might be able to get 3 lasers to full power. Well, it looks like we can. And ta-da, we can now do that. We can also make facades. We can to cover up our pipes. We can do all sorts of things. So that's what this has all been in service for. So let's watch. This is probably just, yeah, it's going to start drawing pretty fast. And we can go. It's not updating, but it will be drawing fast. So we definitely will be able to expand this laser room as we get more diamonds, and I'll probably make it a little bit bigger, but I just started with something basic, right? This is fantastic. This is something we've been waiting for. This greatly reduces the cost of logistics pipes, because you've seen we've been doing all these things where we're like, oh, I want to make a supplier pipe. Okay, what about, or I want to make a basic logistics pipe. I need gold gear or just 1 gold and 1 redstone. So definitely that's going to reduce our costs. So all this, right? The last 2 episodes have been leading up to this moment where we are automatically running these engines, boosting our power supply to, you know, much greater levels than we were before. And in the process, we are cheerfully, let's go ahead and turn these on. There we go. We're starting to lose power a little bit. It's a little bit more. I calculated it. It's a little bit more than draw, but we'll have even more power uses soon. So, folks, with that, I think I'm going to call it an episode. I feel pretty good about this episode. We've got a ton of power coming into our network. We've got our logistics liquid. We've got automatic extraction of our creosote oil. As you can see, we're just tearing through another stack here, and this tank is slowly filling up. Looks like a little bit of a bug, but I assure you that there is liquid in there. That's interesting. Interesting. I wonder if I can update it like so. Interesting. There we go. As you can see, it's just got a little bit of a rendering bug. But we should be able to get them to fix that. No big deal. I'm sure that they'll be able to figure it out soon. And it looks to me like the biggest thing is it just doesn't update the client properly in multiplayer mode. So we'll probably have another release soon to clear that up, but we're definitely storing the liquid, and that's what's important. So, folks, if you like this episode, if you like what I'm doing, if you like the mod pack, go ahead and leave a like. Go ahead and leave a subscribe. Why don't you go come on and subscribe? You'll see more, because next episodes, we're going to expand this workshop to do a little bit of work, and we're going to start collecting things we need. We're also probably going to have to dip into applied energistics soon, because this room is getting out of control. Finally, we're going to do a novel way of moving power from up here down there when we need it. So, folks, thank you very much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed what you've seen, and I hope that you'll join me next time and we can have fun together. Please go ahead and, engage with me. You can come on the AT Launcher forums. You can talk about Resonant Rise there. You can come on the IRC channel, because we do have an IRC channel, right? And there's all sorts of stuff you can do. So get a hold of me. We'll talk. We'll have fun. I love talking about my mod pack and about Minecraft in general. You can also find me on the Feed the Beast forums, along with several other players if you want to go there too. But I recommend the AT Launcher forums. Well, folks, thanks for joining me.